Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Mondeo Vignale walk-around video. But before we get started, if you're enjoying our content, hit on the subscribe button and never miss a minute of us ever again. This here is a Lucid Red Ford Mondeo Saloon HEV. That is a hybrid electrical vehicle. So there's no waiting for it to charge, there's no plugging it in. You simply get in it, drive it like any other vehicle and get some very good MPG out the back of it. And that is thanks to the 2.0TiVCT engine that produces 187 PS of power. That 187 PS of power is then transmitted through the front wheels through an automatic gearbox. We are registered on a 2022 registration, meaning we will take Ford warranty with us until March 2025. The vehicle itself is on just under 5,500 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So sit tight and let me walk you around this beautiful Lucid Red Mondeo. And in the late afternoon sunshine, doesn't that just look gorgeous? So like always on my walk around videos, we are going to begin at the near side front. I present to you the beautiful remote central locking key, and I click the unlock button. That will then wake up the daytime running lights, which, a quick disclaimer, they're going to be flashing in your video simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. They're not a strobe light upgrade, they just give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting conditions. Also inside those beautiful headlights are the adaptive LED headlights. They're some of the best headlights in the Ford range. Below that we can see your LED front fog lights, and we can start to see parking sensors which trail all the way around the front of the bumper. That means we have the Ford Active Park Assist on the vehicle. Now this Mondeo boasts a very strong driver assistance pack, and one of those bits of software is pre-collision assist, and that is thanks to that little radar there, that little dully bit, which is a front collision sensor. I shall cover the driver assistance pack once we're inside the vehicle in a moment. Moving ourselves around the front bumper, we eventually come to these beautiful 19-inch nickel alloy wheels, and they have the silver painted brake calipers just behind. The tyres fitted to this vehicle are the Continental Premium Contact 6, and I've left one ajar just so you can see we have plenty of tread remaining on those. I'm going to draw your attention to the windscreen quickly to discuss a few sensors. We have one there which is a light sensor, so as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. In addition to that, we have some more in the windscreen there. That long one at the front is a traffic speed sign recognition camera, and that works in accordance with another part of the driver assistance pack, the intelligent speed limiter. To the left of it we have a rain sensor, and I believe this also has the automatic headlights also. Back down to earth now, we have beautiful Vignale badging featuring on the near side and the offside front wing. We can progress now to the driver's door, where I'm going to discuss a little bit more of specification. So I'm going to lock the vehicle on the key and pop that in my pocket. On the door handle we have those 4 lines that signify we have keyless entry. So if I get the wing mirrors back into shot, tap behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle, and a tap on those lines there will then lock the vehicle. So there's a little safety aspect behind keyless entry, so if I was standing maybe 1.5 meters away, you won't be able to access the vehicle. In addition to that, if you don't open the door within about 20 seconds, it will then time out and lock itself once again, so another little safety feature. Whilst we're here, these are power folding and heated door mirrors, and at the end of them you also have the blind spot assist monitor. So if someone was in your blind spot either on the near side or the off side of the vehicle, a little orange illumination shall appear there to let you know it's unsafe. If you then indicate on that solid light, it shall start flashing at you, definitely telling you not to pull out or in. So continuing with the two-tone colour theme here, we have some beautiful rear privacy glass. It really sets the colourway of this vehicle. And you guessed it, the rear privacy glass goes all the way around the rear of the vehicle. There you go, just locked itself again. About 30 seconds I reckon. So at this stage of the video, I'll try and get into focus again. There we are, sorry about that. I'm going to stand at the offside rear, and I'm going to start nice and high, get more acute to it. I'm just going to shimmy the camera all the way down the offside of the vehicle, hopefully showing you just how beautiful all of these panels are. Unfortunately, where the sun is so low this time of year, it's hard to completely demonstrate that to you, but take my word for it, it is all gorgeous. So then we come to the offside rear wheel, again another beautiful 19-inch nickel alloy wheel. This vehicle is fitted with rear discs for those that are interested. So we're moving ourselves around the rear bumper. We can see abundance of parking sensors, and they're complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera just there. We'll have a look inside the boot in a second, but before we do, let's give the near side the exact same treatment. So let's get a bit more acute to it. I'm just going to slowly just rock the camera to and fro. It's a bit darker this side, unfortunately. Hopefully it gives you a good idea of the condition of the body. And this is the near side rear wheel now. Again, another premium Contact 6 Continental tyre, and that looks beautiful. Then we can follow that all the way down to the near side front wheel and give you a good look at that also. So that is the exterior taken care of. Now it's time to look inside the vehicle. So these don't have power tailgates, but they are fairly assisted, meaning when you do double click the button, they do come halfway for you. So if we just open that up now, and we can see inside the boot of the Mondeo. So the Mondeo hybrid vehicle, you get a slight ledge in the boot there. That's because the high voltage battery is kept under there. But it's still a very large volume boot, and it's still very long, so you'll be able to get your golf clubs in there, not a problem. A couple of suitcases, you know, carry bags, shopping. It's still a very large volume boot, and hopefully this video will demonstrate that. And equally, the 12 volt battery is now kept to the left hand side there. So that's inside the rear of this boot. Plenty big enough for all of life's adventures. Coming round now, it's time to look inside the vehicle. So again, the vehicle is locked, but we actually have keyless entry on every single door handle. So whether you're loading a child into the rear, it's nice and easily to open the vehicle. Now the interior on these VIGNALE Mondeos is pretty special, I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's a fantastic place to be. So on the door cards to begin with, you have a very nice soft touch leather with this nice chrome strip all the way through it, and it's defined by this beautiful white stitching. We have gloss black trims there as well, so where you have your window controls on every door card, it's lovely gloss black shrouding. Just going to spin the camera around now to look at the rear seats, like so. We're starting at the top, just moving the camera down. It's an ebony black leather. It's a perforated leather, so it's very breathable. It's going to be very robust, and it's going to last you the test of time. But again, we have that beautiful white stripe around the outside of it, but they're very comfortable. If you do carry those little people, you're going to need some ISOFIXing seats. So we give you one on the left hand rear and on the right hand rear, so the near side and the off side. When they're a bit older and they have a cold bum, they're going to need a heated rear seat. So we have 2 heated rear seats on this vehicle. In addition, rear air conditioning at the bottom there, which I've just left ajar, is a 12 volt socket. So perfect for charging iPhones, iPads, tablets and everything in between. So that's inside the rear. Let's have a look at some of the goodies inside the front. So again, starting on the door card, again we have that beautiful soft touch leather all the way around, gloss black window controls. So all 4 windows, window lock-in. We have the folding mirror ability with this button there. Rear child lock for the windows. Just above it, we have the 3-way memory function, just next to the interior locking and the door handle. Now we're going to spin the camera around once again to look at the driver and passenger seat. So again, we have that beautiful leather, perforated leather. So it's a very supportive seat. These seats are incredibly special. So they are electrically controlled. So if you will count with me, they are a 1, a 2, so that's your front height, a 3 and a 4, which is the rear height, a 5 and 6, which is your forward and backwards, 7 and 8, which is your rear tilt, and 9 and 10, which can be defined as your lumbar support. But there's a button in the middle there, which I shall come to in a second. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle, and you might hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a second. Okay, so we're now inside the vehicle, and I'm going to try my best to describe every feature of the interior here. So because it's an automatic vehicle, we have keyless entry, and we have an engine start stop button, a tap on the brake, the light goes green, 1 click of the button, and that shall gain us power to the vehicle. So the first thing I'm going to do is give you a tour around the dashboard, and I'm going to be using the arrows on the left hand side of the steering wheel to correspond to the left hand side of the screen, and the arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel to correspond to the right hand screen. So give you a bit of zoom. So here we go. Right, So the left hand side is where you'll find all of the essential driver information. So on this one we have a digital speedo, we have a bit of the EV or hybrid gauges there. Come down, we can configure my view, and we've got live tyre pressures. We also have back to another trip computer 1 and 2. If we go out of there quickly, we can come down to settings, and in settings we have the driver assistance pack. So if you go onto there, this driver assistance includes traction control, local hazard information, blind spot assist, cross traffic alert. We have cruise control, driver alert again, lane keeping system, pre-collision, and then we have your traffic sign recognition software, your speed limiter, and the tyre pressure monitor down at the bottom. So I said I'll get the exact mileage, and as you can see there, it is 5,447.2, so just under 5,500 miles. In addition, we can come down to vehicle, and in the vehicle settings we have the wiper, so that's for your rain sensing wipers. We go down and we also have your lighting, which we can see your auto high beam function there as well. Also in locks, this is your remote locking, so you can have your mislock in there as well. So some very fantastic driver assistance software on board. So that's the left hand side. As you can see, we also have a fuel gauge. In the middle we have a nice analog speedo, so that's miles per hour around the outside with kilometers an hour in the middle, so fantastic if you're going over to the continent. At the bottom there we have the gear selector indicator, we have a handbrake warning sign, seatbelt warning sign, and the green ready vehicle. So as it's a hybrid vehicle, without that green ready sign you are not going anywhere, so it's essential in any electric or hybrid vehicle you see that little sign. That leads us nicely to the right hand screen. So this is going to be, again, so you've got lots of your hybrid information on there, but that's in your fuel economy tab. You also have your entertainment, so that'll be your radio, so you can adjust that whilst you're moving, all of your Bluetooth phone connectivity there, and also navigation. When you have your sync navigation set up and running, you can have the directions appear in front of you. I'm just going to lose the zoom now and give you a quick tour around the steering wheel. So we've already covered the arrows. The bottom right hand cluster there, please just let me focus. There we are. We have a volume rocker, a previous and next song, and pick up and decline phone call. This button here is a voice command button, essential for the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and we have a mute button at the bottom of that cluster. The left hand side is where you'll find all the controls for the adaptive cruise control. So it's very easy to set your speed limiter, take on and off a standby, set your speed, or even set the distance to the vehicle in front. So that's the steering wheel taken care of. Let's progress into the central reservation. Here we have electronic handbrake, pull up to apply, push down to release, nice and simple. In the middle there we also have one for the parking sensors on and off. We have an eco drive mode, and this here is for your forward self park assist. This is the control for the automatic gearbox. We have an unlock function at the front of the shifter, and then you can pull it down with your foot on the brake to the relevant drive gear. Also on the right hand side just here is hill descent control. Currently this vehicle is in Essex, the flattest county in the land, but I am pretty aware that you might need that. So wherever you are, if you go up or go down hills, you might need that. Okay, in the cubby hole there we have a 12 volt socket, and we have two USB-A ports. They deliver 2.1 amps of charging, so perfect for iPhones and things like that. That's also where you'll plug your phone in to take advantage of the CarPlay features. Just ahead of it we have the uprated Sony sound system, so that is 12 individual Sony speakers all the way around the vehicle with a CD player. So get the discs out, pop them in there, and the party is back on. So also we have the manual controls on this cluster for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. This vehicle boasts a dual zone temperature control, so both sides of the cabin can be set to individual temperatures. So whilst I'm talking about this, I'm just going to open up the climate control screen on the sync module also. So as you can see we have the digital readout there, so you can again adjust both temperatures accordingly, either on the buttons or on the screen. That is the same with fan speed, which is found in the middle of that cluster. Let me just turn that down. Different flows events are found in the middle, and the flows events can also be found, just on there. Change the flows events is a job on the screen. We do have your heated rear screen and heated steering wheel on there also. So talking about heated, we have some more buttons down here. Both the front seats are heated, and not only that, they're also air conditioned. So if you do suffer with a warm bottom over the summer months, what you're going to need is a cool breeze cooling you down once more, and that is what air conditioning seats shall give you, and 3 levels of cool breeze as well. That sounds incredible. So that's the heating and ventilation controls just there. So let's discuss the sync module very quickly. I know it's becoming a short movie this, but there's so much spec on this MONDEO VIGNALE. If I just click the home button quickly, this is the home page. Bottom left is audio. Please, that is not flashing. Again, that is the frequency of my camera. So anyway, audio, bottom left. In sources, we have AM, FM, DAB, CD, and Bluetooth audio. We covered the climate screen a minute ago, but there it is again. Phone connectivity, this is referring to the Bluetooth connectivity. And in navigation, we have the beautiful sync navigation. So it's very easy to use this one. So if I can just give you a quick demonstration. You'd like to come to Perkins to look at this MONDEO. The postcode you shall need is Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. Click search. That will speak to the GPSs and navigate your route nice and quickly. I'm not going to click start because obviously I'm here already and I don't want it shouting at us. In apps, this is your mobile apps, and also in settings we have a load of goodies. So we can swipe left and we have vehicle settings. So in vehicle settings, you have all your camera settings and rear occupant alert, and then we have the widgets for the Apple CarPlay, and we don't have one yet for the Android Auto, but it is supportive. Okay, so it's time now to talk about some other bits of spec very quickly. Self park assist, so that'll give you a parallel park in, a perpendicular park in, and a parallel park out. So if you do struggle with your parking, get a vehicle that will park for you. So that's in there. Click that again and that returns to 1. We have the ambient lighting there, so you can choose the colour of the ambience inside the vehicle when it gets dark. It is pretty dark now actually. Let's see if we can demonstrate that. Let me see if I can turn some lights on. Maybe it's not dark enough yet. Yeah, not quite dark enough yet. I apologise, sports fans. Maybe next time, but it is almost dark. So anyway, that is the ambient lighting. Come out of there once again, and we have the seat widget. So I said these seats are pretty special. They're electrically controlled, which can be controlled on the screen as well. They're heated, they're air conditioned, and they also give you a massage. So we have massaging front seats, everybody. And you can adjust whether that's your lower part intensity high, low or off, or your bass part. So currently I'm getting a lovely rub down. Who would have thought it at work on a Saturday? Beautiful. So that is quite a lot I think we've covered in the last 15 minutes or so. If there was anything else you need to know, please do give us a call on 01376 550 899. If you have a lovely comment, leave it below, and if not, please like the video and hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you soon. Thanks for watching.